Today I want to talk to you about the Verona wood-fired oven from the Alfresco chef. We're going to see how much we can actually fit inside this oven today. So we're going to roast a chicken, some stuffing, and we're just going to play about and try and roast a whole apple in a cast iron pan. So what we're going to do first is set a fire in the centre of the oven and bring it up to temperature. Now, I've been experimenting with this oven for the last couple of weeks, and I find the best way is to use 4 of the logs that the Alfresco chef sell. They're kiln dried, so they're nice and hard and they burn really easily. So we're going to set 4 of these up in the centre, let it burn, and when it becomes embers, all we're going to do is sweep it to the side and so what we're going to do here is put 2 logs in the centre and then use a product called Woodson Firelighter. And then what we're going to do is light this at the bottom. And it basically creates like a funnel of flame. And then we've got the smaller log. We're just going to put the smaller log on top and move everything close together, so it should ignite the top log, in turn igniting the other 2 below. So that is it. So after literally 2-3 minutes, got a fire. So we've got our fire burning away nicely. It's going to take 20 minutes to get our oven to about 400 degrees Celsius, and then we'll start to let it cool down and cook the chicken, because obviously we want to roast the chicken at around 200 degrees Celsius. So we're going to prepare a chicken as you would if you was cooking it in the oven, and then it's going to go straight in the Verona. So we've literally prepared a chicken as we would for a normal oven, and then we're going to put the whole tray into the pizza oven. Okay, our fire's pretty established now, so what we're going to do is use the hook and move it across to the left-hand side so we can cook on the right-hand side of the oven. I found that using 4 logs, getting a fire lit and established inside the oven makes the oven come up to around 400 degrees Celsius really quickly in around 20 minutes or so. And then as the fire starts to die down, that's when you can use it for cooking things like chickens and meat that doesn't need to be cooked at that high temperature. So for pizzas, you're putting your logs in, getting it to 400 degrees Celsius and then cooking your pizzas straight away, and then the embers will die down and you'll have a nice steady cooking temperature. So once we've added our chicken and our stuffing and our apple back into the oven, we're going to put the door on to maintain the temperature of 200 degrees Celsius. The cornbread is just some leftover cornbread mixed with some sauteed onions and some nuts. And we're going to put that in the oven in a cast iron pan along with the chicken. And we're just going to experiment by placing in a whole apple in a cast iron pan and letting it roast to see what happens. So there we have it, 3 plates in our oven, and an hour and a half later, the apple has literally gone to mush. Basically, all the sugars broke down, the flesh becomes soft, and it made a really nice apple sauce to accompany our roast dinner. And there's our cornbread. As you can see, the top crisped up really nicely, and that is going to make a really nice side dish to our roast. And there's our chicken. We had some vegetables underneath, some Brussels sprouts and cabbage. So basically all the juice from the chicken went into those. So that was how to cook a chicken and some side dishes in the Verona wood-fired oven. As you can see, you can pack loads of space in here. I mean, the chicken was in a good sized roasting tray. That's like a 30 centimetre by 40 centimetre roasting tray. We had a 10-inch cast iron pan and a smaller cast iron pan, and it fit nicely inside. I've also cooked pizzas in this. You can easily fit 3 in here at once, and using the paddle attachments that you can buy separately, they're really easy to move around. So thanks for joining me again at Jack's Meat Shack. This was the Verona wood-fired oven, and I'll be putting out more content like this next week. Stay tuned.